Alright, welcome Overwatch fans. We're here for our second match of this season. Barberton High School versus East Canton. Now, East Canton made it into the playoffs and the state finals last year for their half of the Northeast region, if I'm not mistaken. So they should be a tough team to play here. We've got Sleepless, which is Alec Wuethrich on the Diva, Insane Kaeden, which is Kaeden Fincher on the Reinhardt, Sunwolf, which is Ryan McInerney on the Sim, Brendo, which is Brendon Roberts on Baptiste, Asteria, which is Preston Maxwell on TP up on the Lucio, and you're crying, Hunter Roland.
Excellent engage from the Barberton team here, taking that quick advance to the point. Although the enemy team here did actually have a teleport of their own, but it looks like they did not get fully set up in time. And this brawl is still actually going underway here. A lot of ults being charged up very quickly over time here.
Yeah, Barber's ult economy and
Mamba
Canton's
popping off there at the end.
looking pretty close in terms of charge, but it looks like Barberton is getting ahead of this. Can they finish off this hog? They're a little spiller here. Looks like they went for some finishes over there. Ooh, teleporter up, teleport. Will they see it? Will they shoot
back
it?
in.
They're going for the teleporter. Nice. They cut the teleporter off to split the rest of the team here. Mo goes down.
That was a very quick wall from the Symmetra there.
I don't know if it's going to help, though.
Oh, the Brig gets microwaved by Barberton there. This is a very long brawl going on here, but it looks like Barberton is eventually going to stabilize and tank point.
Yeah, they got the full team here, so it looks like they're going forward to set up and taking some fire here. Just trying to trade some blows, build some ult charge. Take a look at Barberton over here. Look, they're really trying to use these walls a bit more than they have in the past. Terrain is your friend.
Got the remake on the Neva. Ooh, almost dropped us in there. Nice immo coming out there.
Wall down too to really back them up. Box down to throw, mitigate. They really wanted to protect their team there in that fight. A little scary here. Teleporter up. Echo on the point.
Doing a little bit of flank maneuver there, just barely getting out in time, forcing Barberton to rotate all the way back here. They're taking a slight off angle while the other team pushes across the bridge. Although their Reinhardt getting a lot of CC there.
Leave a bomb in the back line. Oh yeah, picks off the Rhine. That Rhine keeps going down. Their Mercy's keeping that Rhine up though. Barberton knows to target that hero if they can and can get away with it.
You know what I would like to see is that Echo Mercy pair make a full wrap behind Barberton, try to get a pick instead of just ooh, okay, Mamba going for the hook there, executing on it perfectly. They've got a numbers advantage, but can they convert that into a win here? Barberton coming out with a beat, sustaining the fight, preventing the push from taking too much damage. Ooh, missed shatter there from Barberton. Looks like their point's going to flip, and the brawl is going to go in favor of the other team.
I think Barberton might be wise to reset here. There's 4. Well, they got to pick against the Rhine. With Hoggle, it's hard to say. It could still be winnable, but it's going to be a little rough. Oh, I don't know about
back and forth here. Like, this brawl's been going on forever, and it looks like Barberton eventually will convert it to a win.
Baptiste just sniping through that window there, sort of just, you know, a window just for him to look at the downed corpses of the enemy.
Oh, the Mercy gets the res off on the, looks like the Sim there, yep, yeah. And a wall comes out.
Hunter was trying to get the finish there, but at this point it's just time to get out, I think, for Barberton. If they stay, this is a big mistake.
This was a very winnable situation for Barberton here, but it looks like they turned it around just at the last second with that res and huge wall play.
Yeah, that was really big on there, but you know.
Oh, our Diva's going down. Sleepless, no, he does not make it out, but he does. The bomb is the get out of jail free card. A lot of damage on that Rhine shield. Let's see if they can find. Oh, the shatter comes out, but the lamp saves it.
This Rhine should die. This Rhine should die. Is he going to get out?
No follow-up from the team there after the Rhine pushed in. But he
I think
managed to come out alive.
They were afraid. I think they just saw that shatter come down. They said, oh no, we're getting killed. But they were actually still alive. Could have fought that.
Being held back a little bit here. Let's see how
waiting for
Barberton
the
pushes into it.
They're looking for the teleporter. The other team's not respecting that teleporter. And Barberton
right to point. Huge. And a shatter from the back line.
Gets a pick. A lot of ults coming out here.
A little bit of a miss on the Blizzard there, but it looks like Barberton's going to go ahead and clean it up. They're up 2 picks here.
They've got the point as well. Echo is in May. Is he going to get the ult off here? No.
Barely able to get out there. Did not do much to sustain, but a good attempt to swing it back there. Taking that forward hold here. It looks like we're coming up on beat for Barberton.
Oh, Barberton, they're shooting down. Oh, the teleporter. They watched for it, and they gunned it down. McInerney there. Blasting away at that teleporter, keeping the team from getting quick to point.
Good analysis there. That was a very nice knock-in. The lamp. Ooh, should have saved the lamp for the grab, but the beat,
comes out. Absolutely.
Trying to save it there. And then a shatter
Shatter
comes
on
out
Barberton. Ooh, they might have to try to swing this back. There's still a lot of charge for their team. I think they're just going to take this one.
Might be a full reset.
It's got to be.
Can Brendo get out? Oh no, he's trapped there. The Zarya should be able to farm this down, and there she goes.
Yeah.
Mamba again with the pickups there.
They're going to have to be fast on this point if they want to take it.
Yep, they might have 2 fights here, but that's only if they're very quick. More likely only 1 fight. Looks like they have the Rhine Shatter online. Not too much going on for the other
Canton
team.
knows that they're going to TP this, right? Why are they not paying more attention?
And there they go, all on point. Do they get the Shatter? It doesn't look like
they're
it
connected, but it was a good try there.
So the Rhine actually took out the Diva there with a suicidal charge. But will it pay off? Because now they're in that brawl stage that Barberton seems to come up on top after long periods.
Barberton is probably one of the best brawling teams in the league. Sunwolf getting a lot of elims here. Insane Kaeden finishing off with the hammer. Barberton looks like they're holding this point. There's not much left. There's
Nobody
a Rhine
to
coming around
touch.
the background, though.
There it is.
Oh, nice. First
Good
point
fast
for
push.
Barberton, yeah. You know,
Ooh, Mamba.
it's interesting that, you know, both teams had similar comps, I would say there. But I would say that Barberton had the better execution of the comp. The other team really wasn't taking advantage of their teleporters, really.
I think that came down to recognizing the threat there and knowing the playstyle of the enemy team, because Barberton runs strategies like that, and they've seen it in the league before. So they're more familiar with countering it, and I'm wondering if Canton here seems to be running it somewhat blindly. Either it works or it doesn't, and they don't know necessarily how to react to a similar playstyle. So let's see what happens in this next map here. It appears they're going to be running a similar mirror again, except with the Diva and the Echo instead of the Mei.
Yeah, Barberton really wants to add Sim into the rotation. It just allows you to do so many things if you can just roll out faster than the opponent.
Barberton with a quick teleport to point, a little bit faster than the enemy team here. Canton a little bit slow to the punch, giving up the first
nice
engage.
wall comes down, blocking off parts of Canton, but an Immo field sort of keeping a few of them up.
Speed is everything when it comes to this night market point here. Whoever can get the point instead of first is usually going to take the first fight. And that extra first second was all that mattered for this whole fight here.
Yeah, Barberton getting the early lead there, being quick on the draw. Oh, someone went up there.
Mamba's in, close.
Oh,
that was Oakness. They actually swapped roles there, the tanks did.
It was a little strange to see Canton maybe
Mamba
not.
goes down.
Yeah, they're getting just destroyed by Barberton here. Barberton is bloodthirsty. They know to go for these elims. They're staggering them. These
Pushing
three
deep.
heroes should get out, but instead what's going to happen is it's going to just make set us for the next fight for
Huge
Barberton.
dive under the Echo there. A little bit out of position.
There's a
Should've been pulling
Baptiste in the
choke.
back there, I think, still. On the back right. Not sure. Yeah, he's over
He's
there.
hiding behind, and he's actually trying to take pot shots.
He shouldn't. Because Barberton's
Yes, he
about
does.
to take a notice
Uh-oh.
of him. And I think Baptiste should have just stayed in the
Isolated.
restaurant.
Rough.
That's a stagger. This next fight's going to be 5v6.
Brendo a little bit low there, popping the self heal though. Looks like he might have gotten clipped by a fire strike.
Ooh.
Pushing straight into spawn here.
Whoa,
Sleepless is
that's
get a little
deep.
bit aggressive, barely making it out in time.
Dangerous play there.
Now
but not
here's
punished.
something to note with plays like that. That looks like Canton has come up on nearly 6 ults here, so they could. Oh, they're making a play to point.
And they're just going to press Q, I would think. Oh,
Mamba still drops point flips, and there's a lot of ults on the defense here. Bomb coming in though from behind, and Barberton counter ults. A huge bloodbath of different ultimates coming out here, and it looks like Barberton is going to convert this into a win.
yeah, it looks like they're also not just draining their tank here when they don't have to. They know that they've committed enough ults, so why would they send any more? Really want to get rid of this Echo. Come on, guys. There they go. Oh, not before they ult, but what's the point of this ult? They're not going to get that bomb fast enough.
I think it's mostly to generate as much time as possible because they're thinking of a next fight here. Although they really only have
Barberton
the
needs to
Rhine
take that.
Shatter
There they go.
and the Graviton, which actually could be converted into some huge plays here. But Zarya recently died, so not going to be high charge unless they build up a lot of energy here.
Looks like they're probably going to go for the teleporter play again. Looks
Yep,
like they
there
go
it
for it.
goes.
Oh, they missed it.
Ooh, rough. Can Barberton punish this? Ooh, and Kaeden gets caught out of position in the shatter there.
I don't know if it
Losing
was
one of
worth
the,
committing ults
Beacons
for
as
this
well.
blunder. They should have just died and saved that ult, but looks like they're converting it into a bit of a push here. I
Yeah.
think that
Mistakes in the miracles from Canton, getting a huge picks on there. Going to push the point here. Can they take it against
I think these
two
heroes
remaining
should just
defenders?
get out.
Agreed. Let's see if the Symmetric can make it out. Ooh, cornered.
That's all right. We got the Lucio out.
Barberton coming back in with a couple of ults here. They got Window, the Wall, and the Shatter.
Question is, where are they going to TP? I'm assuming
Good
just
question.
top window.
They do have the Graviton on defense here. It could be used to zone, although we're not quite at 50% from North Canton. So they've got a lot of time to build here, and they want to be careful about how they use it. Cutting the point in half. And Barberton climbs up top. And they are grabbed in the air. Very interesting. Lose the main support here. Shatter comes out. Doesn't seem to connect with only one body who is in emo field. Good defense by North Canton here.
I think that wall probably, Barberton maybe wanted a bit more perpendicular versus parallel to the point there. Just a little bit of off on the sim wall.
Maybe like cutting the point directly right here so that it was right in front of that.
Maybe that's what they were going for, yeah. In front of their TP as it came out.
See the play now. What do you think this next fight?
I think they're going up high. I mean, they have to. In and
right,
drop.
and a bomb right away. Although the shatter comes out, it still gets Mamba. The block was not there. They're trying to punish kills that got shattered. But 2 eliminations right off the bat for Barberton.
Barberton pushing deep here.
The freeze is preventing that retreat. Dragon coming up from behind actually picks up.
But Barberton's not watching the clock.
And the C9 rough.
I think they had too much blood in their eyes. They couldn't see the charge.
A big dragon play there to pick off the lone point defender while the enemy team chased down North Canton.
That actually was a good play from their Hanzo that kind of zoned Barberton off. I think they wanted to stay on those 2 supports that were kind of in the back line there. Let's see if Barberton can close out this first map or not. Could go either way. Man, Mamba right there. Mamba's a victim. they've been struggling.
Let's see if there's any changes to the loadout of Barberton. Looks pretty much the same. But we have the McCree pick for these close corridor fights.
Yeah, I like the Cree here out of North Canton. I think Barberton probably doesn't need the sim at this point. Like to see it swapped off for maybe a Cree or a Junkrat.
Barberton is going to be a little bit faster to the point with that sim TP, but the point does not get unlocked. But they do take a forward hold here, keeping them from pushing up.
Looks like they're watching
North
for that
Canton
top.
coming
Are
around
they
to
going
the
to
right
get a
side.
wall up?
Ooh, they get a pick onto the Hanzo, although they trade for the Diva there. Emo came out just a little bit too late. Some big freezes into their Emo.
Their Emo's down.
Uh-oh. That
Ooh.
flashbang was huge onto the Barberton Rhine there. Although Mamba's
Barberton
also
fight
super
it
low.
out? Yeah, I don't know.
They do get an initial point capture here, but they're going to end up losing the fight. And a lot of ult charge generated for North Canton here. You can see Mamba already at almost 100% for Shatter, so he's going to have that for next fight. Whereas Barberton doesn't quite have anything generated yet. Closest would be Window or possibly Wall.
Looks like they TP'd the sim back to swap to the Junkrat.
Looks like it. Yep, different comp here. Recognizing that what they were trying wasn't going to work. Pushing straight through choke here. Some big brawling happened.
Whoa,
big
look at those picks.
Explosions. And it looks like it's going to work out. The
Junkrat's definitely working out right now. Look at that. 3 elims, and then Kaeden getting the other finishes thanks to the rest of the damage coming out from Barberton. Where are they going to hold now? They've got point. Are they going to punish East Canton?
Let's see what happens.
They're taking positions like what we see Shaker take here a little bit. Really forward, making them work for every inch.
Absolutely, and this, the choke damage here.
Uh-oh.
We dropped the Rhine, although the mines coming out still pick up somebody in the backline. Big Shatter coming out from North Canton, although it is a little bit of a messy fight here. Still 3 up from Barberton. Can they hold it? They drop Sleepless.
Barberton
running
dropping
back to point. Being very patient. Trying to get as much time on the clock before they have to turn tail and run. The May barely getting out. A little bit of an isolated Rhine, but no one to really follow up.
Barberton wisely resetting here. They know they can brawl it out. Their ult economy is about equal on both teams. A little bit higher on the other side with the black hole being out soon.
Let's see if they can make a play into this.
Sleep is first up.
Get some
He's
charge
ready to
there.
Yep,
here comes the Graviton.
But the wall is the protector.
And the beat comes out to sustain the fight because they're down 1, trying to convert this into a win. And then Blizzard, although they lose 1, the main tank from the Dragon.
I think they can still take this.
Looks winnable for Barberton.
East Canton
East
split.
Canton hold out?
East Canton split. You're crying off a little on their own here. Looks like the fight's mostly happening on the high ground.
The Zarya gets isolated on the high ground there, and North Canton pulls back the point. So now it's going to be a 5v3.
6v3 now. The Barberton's back there. Tire's out.
And that came up from behind, it looked like.
Yeah, we had them around on the flank. It looked like they were kind of playing a bit forward.
They do have to be careful, though, because the McCree does still have High Noon and Rally. Did not see that come out last fight. And the only thing that's been generated on the Barberton side of things so far is the Shatter. So it's going to have to be a close play here. Let's
Grab's
see if Mamba
almost
can
up
block
too,
it.
though.
Here comes that offensive Rally, although they get isolated.
Beautiful wall. This Ryan better die.
The emo protects him just for a moment there, but he did take a lot of damage.
Oh, big Shatter. Amazing. Comes
and
out.
Then right into a Graviton there as well, earning that Shatter right back.
Absolutely.
24%.
Tires almost back. They'll have the window here. Alec Wuethrich going in deep for that finish.
Let's see if there's any changes on the side of North Canton.
I don't think they're going to swap much. I mean, Brigida is fine here. Maybe they want maybe more like a Moira to sustain. Brigida's off heals really aren't going to do
Shatter now, too. Oh,
another wall.
Can they punish this Zarya? A little bit out of position.
Nah, not
Team
quite,
comes
not
to save
quite.
him. Oh, but they drop
pick.
due to the fire strike from the window, clipping them in the back line there. Does double damage.
Shattered out
Shatter.
Barberton. He's dead before he even gets a swing off. Looks like there's a couple heroes on point here who are trying to go flank and just touch because they're getting scared of this cap, but I'm saying this is Barberton's game. Who else can possibly touch here? Who's over there? Oh, Kree? Well, he's not there anymore.
Might have been trying to go for a hero play in the back lane. Ball coming up just to try to get that last touch. Does not quite make it.
Really solid first map out here from Barberton. I see a lot of really strong, close team play from them. It feels like they had a strategy, they made it work, and they were isolating targets. They were controlling space and taking forward points. What are your thoughts?
I think so too. Personally, I would like to see a little bit more of the Echo Mercy play, especially on the big open points here from the Canton team. There's some weaknesses that could be exploited there, I think, with the composition that Barberton runs that I don't necessarily think were played into correctly. And instead, they played into Barberton's game, and Barberton just won out.
Yeah, Barberton knows how to play the game. And we're going to see them play some more game here in our next map. So we will see you quite soon once we get that next one loaded. I believe we're going to be on not Kings Row for once, but instead Numbani. So join us there in a moment. Welcome back, Barberton Esports people. We are here for our map on Numbani. Have we ever seen? Is this a new map? I don't know if I've seen this map before.
You don't see this map played too often in the league, and especially not in Overwatch League. It's not particularly a fan favorite, although it is very sniper heavy on the first point. You do see a lot of games be decided whether or not the first point can even be capped. And even then, if it does convert into a cap, the long and grueling streets phase is not particularly enjoyed by many, although there are some interesting plays that can be made. And Barberton on the defense coming out here.
Oh, offense. No, they are on the defense. You're right. Interesting. I would like to have seen a Mercy maybe instead of the Zen here. What are your thoughts on that?
So the Zen can actually have really good sight lines here and get good right clicks down choke, and the ability to orb most of point from that top corner, exactly where the Barberton Zenyatta is positioned. See if we can get a camera on him. Yep. Gives a good vision of the map here.
That's true. He's got that cover there. I just like the verticality that Mercy
Although
provides.
this dive does leave him isolated there, and the Canton team does recognize that, and there's no peels coming from the rest of Barberton, because a lot of their heroes are all rooted on the ground, except for maybe the Baptiste.
Baptiste and the do they have a Hanzo? Yes, they have a Hanzo, but they're down right now. I just would like to see a bit more. Anytime you got a point like this that has so much verticality, I just want us to be able to move, you know.
I think so too. Maybe the better position would be to be right in this little corridor on the low ground, or perhaps just with the team.
Be a bit more
Zen
accessible
is very
to the
valuable on defense here. Another dive coming in from Canton. We do have the Hanzo back now from Barberton, and it was interesting that they didn't convert the last fight into a win there. Hanzo getting dove again. Can he get away in time? No.
Swap over to a Brig also from the Zen to the Brig. Interesting.
Maybe to try to counter dive a little bit, get a stun onto the Monkey driving into the enemy team there. Seems to work for a brief moment, but with the Primal Rage coming out, a lot of CC going out. Although no hazard knockoffs here, unfortunately, for the Canton team. The Monkey getting super low. Sleepless main tank dropping.
Yeah, he held that for a long time. The Supercharger really just sat for its whole duration.
Gets off for Canton, although they do lose one of their DPS. Can Barberton hold this out with only 3 on point right now?
3v4? I don't know. Barberton is the best brawlers around. Oh, with that Echo coming out,
They're still trading.
Barberton's respawning and getting here. They're shooting this Echo in the butt. Kree comes out. D copies them. I don't know what the term is. for when you drop the Echo out of their ult.
I think it'd be a half elimination. It's kind of like killing a turret or a lamp. Going back and forth. Another very long brawl here. Able to sustain it up for a while. It doesn't look like either team had a decisive victory.
I think the victory...
Brendo isolated.
Will his team get to him? Hops with the jumps, doing all right. Looks like
it's very slippery. Although Primal is actually forced out here.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And he still ends up going down. This is a punishable moment here. Although the card is going to still come to this corner here.
Let's see where Barberton sets up on this. I'm really curious how they'll play this corner.
Some spam coming out from the Echo. I want to get a little bit of POV here to get a little bird's eye view. Raining down on the Barberton team. Although spamming into that shield, I'm not sure is the most effective use of their time, given that their main tank there is Winston, who bleeds right through that shield. A little bit counterintuitive.
Yeah, they really should be trying to pick off this back line instead of focusing on these main tanks. That's really not what this Echo should be.
He gets picked out by the McCree there. Although there is Visor here for Canton. Uh-oh, High Noon coming out. Nice dodge to the corner there by North Canton.
Barberton taking good angles here. I like
Coalescence comes out, and the double support ultimate here from North Canton to really drive home that they want to push this corner here.
Barberton respecting those ults, though, backing off here. Not trying to fight into them if they can help you.
They do end up trading one for one. Dragon come out to isolate the cart and create a little bit of space here. Doesn't end up catching anybody.
I think it was more zoning, to be honest.
But they do end up picking up the Echo there and forcing North Canton back around the corner.
Barberton.
And the cleanup kill onto the Baby Diva there.
Nice.
Basically delaying this fight for another good minute or so while they build up the charge to get their mech back.
Really nice ult economy out of Barberton and good use of their ultimates. They're really not overcommitting them here. They look pretty coordinated who's using what as well.
Mamba coming up on his third Primal Rage already. Absolutely been destroying.
Picking him up and dropping him half health on all the backline there.
There it comes out again. Doing a little bit of juggling on the Hanzo there. Oh, does the Hanzo get out? He lives just barely. And, eventually goes down. And here comes the lift to try to secure the fight from Canton, cleaning up the Barberton and eventually to start pushing it through
these
the corners
supports
here.
Should probably just get out there unless they're trying to just put some time on the clock. Looks like they're just trying to die.
And down
which
goes
is
Brendo.
the right choice there. I don't think they could have got out.
Absolutely. That was a reset as soon as they started losing the majority of the team here. Canton coming in with 4 ults. They've got the Bomb, the Visor, the Coalescence again, and both supports ultimates came back in just one fight. The Barberton
there was a lot of damage they had to heal up there.
Oh, absolutely. They were taking it to Barberton. Looks like there's only going to be perhaps one fight here. Can we get the touch on it?
They want to contest. I think they just want to build time here. I don't think... Ooh, Sunwolf!
Huge play from the McCree.
They were not watching for that.
Looks like they took the high ground. That's why the push on the cart was delayed to the very last second. You can see it's not even 1 meter, less than about a tenth of a meter there.
They wanted to force the enemy team's focus onto whoever was pushing that cart, so they weren't looking up where they should have been checking the time.
Let's see if North Canton's got something sneaky of their own.
They've got the ults over Barberton now. They're trying to flank around the other side. Barberton, do they know they're there?
Rotation. Oh, they're taking high ground.
about to know that they're... Ooh, interesting. Nice
might get isolated.
I don't think that's a bad move. I think that's interesting. Are they going to do anything with it, though?
And there is the Visor right into the emo field there. A soldier getting danger close. Still managed to stay alive, though.
Sleepless goes down.
Converting into a lot of eliminations.
Can they touch this and stop it? Oh, it got the tick. Looks like Asteria was trying to touch the last second, but...
And the rally comes out, too.
I think they wanted to rally and hold that, but... Got a minute 50? We'll see how far...
Oh, they got to pick onto the Echo there.
Oh, yeah?
No, rather the Echo gets to pick onto the McCree there. Right at the last second. So there's a good minute and a half here that they still have before they can get it into last. And it looks like Barberton has come up on quite a few ults now. And a Shatter goes out.
Nice Shatter, offensive there? Can they make anything out of it? Looks like everyone else wasn't quite in position. Oop, lift?
The lift to chain ults here.
Oh, that Mercy's so low.
She barely gets out, turning the corner. Although they are getting forced back here, and they do get 2 picks here. This is still a winnable fight. 3 now,
yeah,
just
now,
cleanup kills.
Get that Mercy, get that, yes, beautiful.
Do they know about the Diva? Of course they know about the Diva. Can the Diva get out?
Nope.
Time to stagger. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate for Canton, very fortunate for Barberton.
Let's see if they leave the baby alive.
I was going to say
Unfortunate.
Barberton's making their own fortune today, I can see.
Really good discipline leaving the baby diva alive there. It forces a player to not really have most of their kit for this whole next fight.
They might even get eliminated from like a fire strike or something. Oh, nice window to kind of set up for this fight.
Oh,
Fire strike goes through on Brendo though.
Walked right around, although it does connect onto the tank backline there. 3 kills, trading only for 1. So Barberton's really getting to a hard reset here. They don't have much time for a next fight. They're losing that DPS last. That is going to be not too great for them.
They're trying to get they did get the shatter off on Kaeden there. Will they be able to punish?
He manages to live. He's going to have to touch here soon. Cards
Someone's got to touch. This is getting close. Are they going to be able to get there? I don't think so.
Ooh,
oh, they're C9ing. Are they C9?
The ult's coming out of spawn.
Well, no, the
the ult back there, the 4K on the bomb. It's now 2v2 or 3v2 on the point here. Basically traded all of their resources, now 2v2. Very annoying heroes here. 2 self-healing heroes just sustaining each other. Buying enough time for the rest of the team to come
Ball
back.
comes out. Balls from both teams.
Very much a final fight roster from both of these teams. They know exactly what they need to play to burn as much time as possible. But it does look like Barberton is getting the ahead here on picks.
We're not
Can
seeing
they clean up Mamba?
Yeah, we're not seeing a Lucio swap out of Canton here. They really should if they want to try to stay on this point.
And there is the complete map. They do not get the 3rd point.
That was interesting, the flank on the Kree there, which forced them to address it, or else they would have to just give up point. They had to sort of roll off of it for a moment to deal with the high noon.
They still ended up losing 3 players there, but then slam right around back with the Diva bomb there. Got the 4 kills for Canton. So it was quite a bit of back and forth there. Ultimates just slaughtering each team.
All right, Barberton on the offense now. It's been a long time since we've played Numbani, so I'm curious kind of what we'll see out of Barberton on the offense here.
I would personally like to see like a double bubble dive composition to really take it to the enemy.
You're talking
here.
about like a monkey and a diva. You're talking, or what?
Monkey and a Zarya, the double bubble, trying to get super deep with the dive. With a bunch of speedy heroes, able to really push the enemy team. But it looks like they're gonna go with the Rhine Zarya with the brawl style of DPS and supports as well.
Well, with the Lucio, they'll be able to hopefully, if they're timing their speed boosts well, they should be able to just speed in hopefully to wherever they want to get to, and just clobber some people in the head. You know, a couple 4-player swipes with the hammer, and then you got a ult ready in the bank.
See, the Zenyatta here on defense, still a pretty common pick, although it looks like they're going to bunk up around them to really reinforce the defense on point here, because the only way the team can play on offense on a low brawl is underneath, around, and then through the back doors. Interesting that they're going to forward hold here, try to get some...
Barberton going to the high ground.
The last-second sim swap.
Oh, I love this actually. This is great. Take the fight to them. They wanted to brawl.
Instantly a pick onto the enemy Hanzo.
Ooh, look how low that guy is. Yes, nice, great finish on the Baptiste.
They do drop the soldier, but it looks like it's gonna be a pretty clean first fight here for Barberton.
Yeah, there's an Arisa back there, but what's she gonna do? Look at the team and die? I think that's what it was.
This was a really good example of Barberton sticking together, even if they lost 1 player, to really focus 1 character at a time. Somebody has to kept point. There we go.
They got too much blood. They got too much blood.
After Canton got dove there, they really split up and was isolated. So
they're trying to finish this
really
Hanzo. That's what it was. They saw the Hanzo, wanted to stagger them more.
Ooh.
I like seeing these 5 up and 1 back.
Playing a little streets, trying to get a little bit of ult charge here. Looks like Brendo does have the window. Nothing from Canton quite yet. A lot of healing when you play a super aggro style there, as long as you don't drop players. That is an insane amount of ult charge. Slow fighting here into the corridor. Sleepless just building a little bit of energy on the Zarya.
Are they going to speed in and fight here? I think so. I think they just did.
Absolutely.
Barberton knows when it wants to take a
Fire
fight.
strike doesn't connect on anyone. They took a nice quarter here, although they do get
Good
the
clip on the Hanzo.
again.
Forces out the res.
Still getting cart time here.
Your Crying gets a pick on the Ash.
The cart is all the way behind. Trying to fight it out to get a clean kill to force us all the way forward.
They see the window. Are they going to fight through it or no? Answer is yes, though that ult hits nothing. They were going for the Rhine finish.
They trade
really
main tanks. They are actually pushing cart here now. They realize that they do have to play the objective a little bit.
I think they've been sitting 1 on there. I think the Lucio's... Someone's just been sitting it. This soldier. Which is fine. I mean, he's got the range.
Right, and he actually had dipped out early.
Sorry, dropping out of the global chat. Continue while we're doing this.
So they were just getting free cart time here because they really wanted to punish and push forward. And it looks like a grab comes out of Barberton here, fighting off in the corner of the screen there, and they do actually cap the point. Pretty
Sorry
clean.
for the difficulties there. Meant to leave the general chat, global chat always a pain. Yeah, that was a pretty clean fight. I'm kind of sad that we missed a bit of it there due to my...
It was a pretty classic grab right around the corner. Zarya set up and having the Reinhardt swing into it and generating a lot of ult charge there as well. Getting that up to 56%. There wasn't any counterplay that came out of Canton there. It was like we win a touch point as quickly as we can. And they lost 3 right away from it.
I think Canton's in panic mode.
Uh-oh. Mamba almost drops there. The lamp comes out right at the last second, although the ults come out from Barberton, cleaning it up. And a very aggressive beat here. Interestingly enough, there wasn't much being pressured. I think they just wanted to secure this last fight.
I think they wanted. I think they said if everybody's dead, then no one can stop the cart.
That is correct. Although here comes Valiant Ana trying to touch, and it does not end up happening. Barberton takes the map.
Celebratory dragon fireworks.
Absolutely.
It's nice of them to fire that firework off for us.
Yeah, so generally the idea here of running Horse both on defense on that first point is because they can have that really long range and set up plays with the suck ability on the right click. But we didn't really see that effectively used by Barberton or North Canton, and it just shows the kind of play that centers around Numbani isn't quite as meta as we see on most of the other maps. And Barberton was able to tough it out with something slightly off meta on offense here, and winning due to just sheer DM, especially in the later phases.
Oh yeah, they just pushed right in with that teleporter. I really don't think that the other team expected them to take that aggressive high ground stance. As soon as they said they're on the high ground, that's where we're teleporting.
Absolutely,
really cool. I thought maybe they planned to just teleport onto point and avoid if they were on the other high ground, like kind of use the walls themselves as cover. I'm not sure, but
well, regardless of the intent there, North Canton didn't quite react to it as they should have. They split up, which is exactly what Barberton wants, so they can prey on one at a time until the whole enemy team is dead. And you saw Barberton on that first point push stick together and definitely executed very well-timed attacks.
Yeah, let's move on to the next map and see if Barberton can close this one out, or if we're going to be going to a 4th or even a 5th map. Hopefully not. Hopefully Barberton can take this one home. They look pretty strong and pretty coordinated. So we'll join you here in a moment. And here we are on our last map, folks, getting into, well, what could be our last map, I guess. It could be longer. You never really know with these things, but we're hoping it'll be our last map, let's just say. As we look here at Dorado, Barberton on offense here on Dorado. One of their probably best maps, I'd say, when they're pushing on offense.
This is Canton on defense here.
Correct.
With the Ash and Horse style of play. You do see this pretty often with the damage boost on the Mercy for the Ash due to all the natural high grounds here.
I like the Hanzo pick here too.
Going double sniper, interesting. Let's see how Barberton can fight into this.
Don't know if they need the Ash and the Hanzo, but I don't know. What do you think you prefer, an Ash or a Hanzo here? Interesting.
Definitely an Ash.
Looks like they're putting...
Oh, so this is a very heavy...
Once again,
and a teleporter comes up and they flush out.
We've been seeing this all day from Barberton. They're in love with this sim right now.
Forcing them back and clearing out the high ground. Although they only drop their DPS so far. Does the Mercy get the res? Oh, they're hanging out with the DPS from Barberton. 2 additional kills here, cleaning up the defense very quickly. It looks like they were a little bit unexpected of a push there, and they didn't really know how to handle it. Barberton actually playing a very brawl style of fight, although they're going super aggro with these teleports, and especially with the high ground clearances. If you don't kill the teleporter in time, oh, this is very interesting. Barberton trying to get up on the high ground over the gate here.
They just want to take a look, you know. They're worried about getting clipped, though. They might have to drop down. But it's definitely it's getting in the heads of East Canton here.
East Canton trying to take a nice position here. They're Ash taking off a flank, although they're going to get microwaved out, so they have to pull back here.
And all this while, Barberton, I think, was just building card time. At this point now, the supports come up to fight.
Barberton does lose a couple of their members here.
Bob in the back line there. Looks like the wall was there to protect for a moment, but once that ice wall went down...
This is not too great for Barberton, although they are going to retreat back to cart here, get a little bit more time. try not to die. Good idea just to leave it there and regroup with their team.
That Bob went out, and I saw from Hunter there, he actually immediately threw up the ice wall, and then and just until the wall expired, then the Bob got the pick, but that really killed a lot of that Bob's uptime.
Absolutely. So it looks like we're actually going back to a regular first point hold here. Now with the Bongo online, Barberton taking a little bit of a scenic route. Big Suck doesn't really translate into any follow-up there from the Canton.
You need to just walk
just
forward,
walking
yes.
right into this. Little bit of a knockback there. Bomb coming in. Did they take good LS? And
No,
they get
not
a
in time.
3K.
I think that was, I don't know if the bomb was going to be the kills there or the big man with the hammer, but they were coming in with that bomb to make a play. They split the team. Now it's a 6v3 here. Barberton should be cleaning this up. They got one right in the cart because they're making sure they're still getting time, and they are chasing to punish here.
Huge staggers. Oh, and another stagger.
Do they want to stagger the horse here? I don't know about that. I think they're going to be happy to just
You're
grab the
crying a
point.
little bit aggressive there. Gets super low.
Heals keep him up, though.
Let's see if North Canton's got an idea of how they want to... Oh, they're taking the high ground here for the second point defense.
I really like Barberton bringing so much more aggression, though, than we saw in their maps against Shaker last week. I feel like they've rekindled their spirits.
Absolutely. And they even attempted the high ground dive here from the Diva, although there wasn't much to punish it there. Canton's very content on taking this high ground. Getting shut down a little bit as the corner gets turned here, and the pillars start dropping for the ice wall. All this cart time for free. Oh, a huge lift coming out of Canton, getting one pick right to the way. The beat does come out.
Beat comes out and mitigates both those
but the
ultimates
dragon
coming.
still
Oh,
comes
you're
in
right.
and cleans everybody up there. Only 2 left alive for Barberton.
I was hoping it would be enough to sustain through that, but the dragon just really topped it off.
Looking at the ult economy, Barberton's still up here. They've got Shatter, they got Wall, and they've got Window, as well as Blizzard. It'll depend on how they want to use it here.
Question: are they going to TP up there and brawl it out again, or are they going to put just the
I would
May
like
wall up? And
I would love to see an offensive Blizzard, like a TP and a Blizzard right away to force them off high ground. Although they go with a Wall, interesting enough. I don't know if they're going to try to...
I believe they originally wanted to place it
behind this.
the other way, and it was like kind of to cut off the balcony, but it just didn't come out.
Gotcha. Oh, here,
Oh,
the teleporter
they
gets
tried to go for it.
deleted. Bongo coming out from the defense here, trying to build some ult charge and get some picks right overhead. A little bit awkward to push here. Bob forcing them back into a corridor.
They actually, I think they're choosing to go in there. They're avoiding that supercharger.
Absolutely.
They didn't want to
Just
fight into
chilling.
it. They said, we can wait.
Oh, it looks like they're going to play for the high ground here. North Canton come to meet them, but did they have what it takes to stop them?
They've got a window here. They're going to be able to shoot through that no problem. I think Barberton can take this.
Ooh, they
Kaeden
dropped
goes
their
down.
Rhino. Trading for the tank and the...
DPS.
Absolutely.
Ash going down. Now Barberton says, this is our high ground.
They absolutely need to defend the res. Oh no, the Canton team does get the res out on the DPS there. And we drop one of our DPS. Looks like we're going to drop
looks
another.
Like they're going to go back here. Unfortunately,
Barberton's
Barberton's
splitting up a
coming
little
up there for a moment. Still doing some cart time, though. Sleepless.
Trying to hang
They're
in
keeping
there.
Sleepless up. He
Gets
knows-
out right at the nick of time.
Yeah, exactly. Playing that just so close. I think the team knew it's time to reset. They're going to stagger themselves if they're not careful. Good call to disengage there, and for the team keeping them up.
Interesting bomb coming out. It didn't.
I believe
quite-
they're swapping heroes.
Interesting.
Because I don't think they would have just unless that's a fat-fingered bomb.
Let's take a look what Barberton's doing here.
Oh yeah, bubble.
There it is, coming out with the Zarya now.
They felt like the Diva wasn't enough. Maybe too much damage coming out. I don't know.
It's hard to say. They might not want to be using DM too much because there might not be a good reason for it. Are they going to TP up or are they just going to hover underneath here? Still haven't seen that Blizzard come out. I would have loved to see a Blizzard play. Let's see how North Canton deals with their rotation. Oh, they spot the teleporter, but do they get it killed in time? Doesn't look like it.
Not fast enough.
Here comes the pain train. Ooh, looks like some really good defensive ults here with that dragon, especially amped up from the supercharger.
Yeah, that's too bad. I think maybe it took a little too long for them to get up there. Let East Canton get a bit too set up. I think they were trying to decide if they wanted to go up on the bridge here or if they wanted to go up and TP through there. Interesting.
I think with the like we're still holding on to this Blizzard. I think is what's setting us back here, Barberton, because a lot of what just happened here could have been easily mitigated by a nice Blizzard, like
an offensive Blizzard.
Like if you shut down the whole enemy team that doesn't want to move out of the way, you can just click their head and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what this horse style of play is like. They don't want to move. They're not going to budge.
So let's just put a blizzard there for them to sit and icicle up. Exactly.
Absolutely. Bob comes in to try to contest cart here. Do they DPS it down? They absolutely do.
This is a really nice wall placement I would say, out of that sim there. Really meant that they weren't going to be able to fire through it. Took the high ground away so we can deal with the Bob.
Oh, the DPS comes in to try to contest cart first. A little bit of a misplay there, and they blizzard on point to deny a touch. But the Canton comes in still anyway, starts dropping players after the cap, trying to rotate all the way back in.
Are they going to get any more finishes? Nice.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
The Valve was a little bit wasted here.
Low.
Doesn't save anybody, and the Ash goes down as well. Will they get the Mercy? Nope, the Mercy GA's away. Barberton going all the way to spawn, and they got Sushi Cat right at the end there.
Can't believe that.
Done with their victory points. They go right back to cart.
Setting up for the next fight.
They have both support ultimates. It's a matter of trying to get a good window. In this last stage here, it's a little bit awkward, though that beat is going to be invaluable for a sustained last fight. And it looks like East Canton taking their time to take the high ground here. Really wanting to have that immovable, unstoppable force here. Although Barberton tries to TP up top. Do get knocked down. Can they get back up?
They get knocked down, but they get up again.
Charge Fire Strike goes in, but doesn't seem to connect anybody. The lamp saves Canton there. They do lose the DPS.
It doesn't matter.
Support. Although one is traded, is anyone going to touch?
We're riding the cart. They can't touch. They're too busy fighting the rest of Barberton here.
Oh, the lift didn't manage to catch Brendo there, who was sucked back on the point. It might have been.
Oh, that could have been a bit of a longer fight, but I think it was still Barberton's game to win there. Let's see. They've only got 23 seconds left, so we'll see. Perhaps East Canton will be able to push this forward.
I've seen some pretty lightning fast offenses here. A lot of the momentum has to come from like a very quick dive, like a really anti-high ground offense where you would see like a diva or like a diva monkey, maybe an Ash, or just something to do like a lot of like quick oppression, and you would have to see that rolled all the way through this point here. Although the last section of the map, like I had mentioned, is very awkward to push into.
What do we want to see to Barberton here, though, for this first defense here?
So I've really married to the idea that Ash is one of the best heroes on defense here, just due to all the sight lines and the very easy dynamite chucks to build up Bob quickly.
I think that's
because you can get a Bob pretty much every fight if it goes on for more than a minute or so. But they're going with a Bastion defense. Interesting here. There have been some ideas, specifically on a Hollywood and Dorado and Havana, where you can use a Bastion on defense for like a really solid commit. Like, say, for example, you are down in maps and you need a win and you have only so much time left on the clock. Like, if you go 3-3 and you don't have more than a minute, Bastion's huge for that. But it looks like Barberton's confident in their play here that they're going to come out with the Barberton, or the Bastion right away. A little bit outside of the shield there, taking a little bit of spam, but it seems to be suppressing pretty well. They recognize that they're no longer welcome at that first high ground. They're going to reset up on this back high ground here. Really good repositioning, knowing the strengths and the weaknesses of the Bastion play here. Really punishing damage. There's not a whole lot the team can do here, just standing on the low ground. Canton needs to dive this if they really want to be able to stop the onslaught.
Barberton drops to contest point here, looks like.
Wraps around right to the streets. Uh-oh, Bastion getting a little bit low there. Getting saved by the emo.
Comes down.
Canton still dropping players here, not able to really deal with the Bastion ultimate much. Ooh, but they do drop the. That's a huge purple. This would be an opportunistic push for the Canton, although it looks like they're not really able to because they don't have the confidence pushing into that Bastion. They only have 6 seconds of the defense matrix, so when they have to make a play here, it has to be all into the Bastion. And they bubble cart.
Bastion
Unfortunate.
Window.
Nice. This is a lot of damage. The
Sleepless eating the
cart.
CC.
Getting the pick in the back line there.
Ooh, the res comes out. Demeched.
Grenades coming out from the Bastion ultimate. Very quick charge. Forcing them all the way back to Son. Not any bonus kills there, though. The monkey's still staying on the high grave. He's going to try to touch cart here?
I really like how they're holding for this Bastion. They're really doing a good job shielding, using Sigma's other abilities to kind of eat spam when it comes up.
Absolutely, because when you have a Bastion play, it is protect the President. Although the President's being left behind here, and this could be a really good opportunity for Canton to push it. They don't seem to notice it.
No, it doesn't matter. They're lifted in the air. Both their supports, or not their support and DPS are dead here. The monkey's a
And
little late to the party.
Absolutely. Gets punished there right at the end, just diving into nothing after he's lost 3 from the team. That was a huge lift by Sleepless there. Even down one of his members, the entire rest of the team rotating like that. Took Canton by surprise, it looked like. It certainly took me by surprise.
I wonder if they left the president over by the cart to watch out for the monkey while everybody else was lifting up in the air with the cabinet members.
Very possible. Looks like the Canton's going to take some corners here so they don't take any spam that they don't need to. Oh, Goofy goes out and gets clipped by the right click from the sim.
That's the Mickey Mouse right there. They got a teleporter set up to get back to point here for Barber. Looks like they're going to TP through a few of them.
Pushing the dive tanks up point here. This
The rest of the team is not following up with this monkey. He's going ape here, and where's the rest of his team? They're eating bananas in the back.
Oh, is this going to get anybody? It does clip the... oh, they're down 2. There's no transcendence here. So this is a very hard-fought fight for Barberton now. Down
Window
2.
down, purple out. Bastion is still up, and everyone is watching for...
And here comes
tank,
the ult again. Can they turn around and get the monkey and the Mercy still in here?
Canton is just split all over the place. Barberton is splitting him like that TikTok guy with the logs.
Ooh, Kaeden's getting really low there. There's no one really to heal here. Only the enemy, Mercy, who's getting a res behind Cart and not able to deny that with the Bastion there.
Wall comes out. Barberton can just sit here and shoot now if they want to.
And Echo goes down again. Took a little bit too high there. The anti-aircraft on the Bastion a little bit too powerful, especially with the Zen Orb there.
I mean, Echo's a piece of paper. They're going to get shredded by this Bastion.
Absolutely. So we have a little bit of a reverse fire shift, and Goofy again gets caught, and then, ooh, a huge lift to deny the retreat there.
I really would like to see out of East Canton here, like something to help bust up this Bastion, maybe like a jump rat or something. I don't know.
Try and push here forward, although there wasn't any ultimates to really try and contest that. And there's 3 ultimates in the reserve for East Canton. They need to throw these out.
They only got 4 seconds. They better start using them. There's a monkey on the cart, but he's just going to get gunned down
a little bit out of position. That
he was
been much
panicking. He
better
needs
under
to
the
touch.
monkey, and no one's able to touch point. And Barberton takes it.
They clean it up. Beautiful. I love to see it. Any closing thoughts for East Canton or Barberton here, Coach Mosey?
So, just as I had mentioned with that last defense there from Barberton, you really have to be super aggressive. You can't be dawdling around on point and wasting abilities just trying to push the cart along. You really have to put everything you absolutely have into the enemy Bastion, because that's exactly what the defending do. Barberton did a great job protecting the president, although they had a few splits in delegation there, as you had mentioned.
Yeah.
And again, it's really hard to see a Mercy and an Echo not want to take a very long wide out behind play. Maybe get the Bastion to split his attention between front and back, then be dived on for the offense there. Although Barberton did an excellent job constantly repositioning, knowing when they were no longer welcome, and then resetting up in an ideal position to continue the defense.
Yeah, I think a lot of smart positioning out of Barberton today, and not only that, but I felt like they were consistently together. You know, we really didn't see a lot of splits. Now, they weren't pressured that often either by East Canton once they were set up in a defensive spot. So I don't really know. But their offenses were very coordinated, and that's very much in Barberton's control. You know, so that was good to see.
I think the worst we saw of Barberton this whole series was on the first couple of points there when it was the control maps. Mm-hmm. Where they did actually have a little bit of that split. And that's where you really saw East Canton shine a little bit, especially when the fights went on longer. Barberton is usually... trades better in very long fights, but in these specific situations you saw when Barberton was split, they ended up losing, but for the remainder of the maps and eventually taking the control point as well, they stuck together and they won it out.
Well, with that, we're at the end of this series here, so we are 1-1 for the season, with our first match being the loss against Shaker Heights, and now Barberton has swung the pendulum back toward victory with a win against East Canton. We will join you sometime in the future. We have a rescheduled match next week as Overwatch 2 releases, and then the week after that is a bye week for Barberton. So we will have 2 weeks without any casts dropping from us, though there will be some JV casts still going on, not next week, but the following week. So we will join you then and hopefully bring you some more purple and magical victories here.